Well, that was a huge break. Hopefully you made a cup of tea and had something to eat. But welcome back to the MIBR versus MYM game.
It's a good job it wasn't a bake we were going
well,
for,
actually,
we wouldn't have made anything, right?
I could have tricked them. They could have thought they passed out or something. You know, like, oh, how much time did I lose between? It wouldn't have happened. But anyway, so it's going to be MIBR versus MYM. You know, long away. Well, one of the best game, probably. Well, I would say best game, but we've had some fantastic ones. But the kind of most look forward to game, I believe, of the whole group stages.
Yeah, it is. There's no doubt about that. And there's not a lot more to say. You know, NTW against Gameplay and MYM against MIBR were the two group stage games that we were all looking forward to. Of course, MYM are a fantastic team that have been doing so many good things within gaming. You know, of course, they won the SWC twice. In 2 years, which is unheard of. It's a new one. It's a new record.
Setting new trends then. So we do actually have some player sheets of both teams. I think we've got MIBR first. So if we can, let's have a look at the player sheets for MIBR. As I appear over there. Here we go, Joe. This is you. You're all about the player sheets.
No.
So Kogu then for MIBR, the famous, the 23. Oh, you can't actually see. That's going to be BTT playing for MIBR as well. That's going to be Bits, age 18. He's happy to be here. Looks pretty cool too. Next, Nak, 20 years old. Not so happy to be there. Oh, look at this guy. FNX, really happy to be there. 18. He knows he's a cool dude and he's going to win. That's what he says. I'm pretty good at player sheets.
You are indeed.
I wish I knew something about the players.
Huge piece of concrete, right?
Dude, you could have moved. You're so lazy.
Well, I can't. This guy's stopping
This guy's scaring you, isn't he? I know.
Putting me off. So yeah, MIBR going to be looking to do something because they've not for a while. I think the last one was Game Goon, which was around July the 14th. So.
Yeah, all right. And just before I go into the MYM player sheets, I'm going to get Joe to stand up so he can position himself to see the screen. And we'll be going over to the MYM player sheets with Joe Miller. Check out this guy.
I still can't see. Oh, that's not good. So Kuban is 20 years old. He's a cool guy, actually. Of course, Taz, who is 22 years old and a big fragger from MYM. Neo, who is considered the man of MYM. He's got a nice cute wave as well, 21 years old. Lord, 21 as well, not happy to be there. And then Look, who is...
sporting a new hairstyle there. Look at him. He's all like, look at me, I went to Tony and Guy.
I can't believe you made me just stand up for that.
I think it was totally worth it. I did the first player sheets because I almost didn't know what to say about the MIBR people, apart from they look cooler than the MYM people.
MIBR are a cool bunch of guys, actually.
Yeah,
they are a cool bunch of guys. Yeah, they're all pretty cool. So, as far as being cool gets you, pretty much nowhere in Counter-Strike, right? So. We've got to think here what the likelihood is of MIBR winning now. A lot of people are saying, we've got FNX and Nak back in the team. So
that was the two guys that I introduced up there on the player sheets.
Yeah.
I regretted to mention that, but I knew it.
Yeah, FNX.
I just assumed everyone else did as well.
So they're back, and that could change things. It's kind of the MIBR of old. We still got the players like Kogu in there, who everyone loves to watch. So I think this is going to be a really, really huge game and a really tight one. I wouldn't like to say who's going to win this.
I would. It's going to be MIBR.
Yeah.
There you go. Done. That didn't hurt. Didn't feel painful. Did it.
Well, I honestly think that this is possibly going to be the closest game.
Nah, actually, I think MYM's going to win. I think MIBR will be pushed somewhat to even beat MYM, but I also think they're going to have a hard time with Mob, with their current form. So we have to see on that. But you can quote me now if there's a bookie somewhere. MYM.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Yeah, I mean, MIBR. Certainly, in the old times, you know, when they were on form, they were doing really well. They played amazingly. You know, ESWC 2006 winners, and they certainly are capable of beating teams like MYM. But MYM are just on a roll at the moment. They won the last tournament, and they're going to be looking here for something to come back with, and you know, kind of prove that they can stay at the #1 level for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we actually have all 5 players actually in the server at the moment. So hopefully they're going to be changing their names, as they were told, as some of them are ESL players. But I mean, this is going to be Group C and D that are sat down now ready to play. So I can only imagine, you know, they probably haven't had much warm-up and are just sitting down to the PCs. So, yeah, you know, it could be that kind of situation that we saw MTW have versus, you know, gameplay, where they just didn't seem to kind of perform or maybe weren't warmed up. But I think the people that would suffer from it more on paper would be MYM, because I think if MIBR are hitting and MYM aren't, then that, you know, just changes everything with these two teams being so closely kind of, you know, level of competition.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's going to be really hard anyway for both of these teams to, you know, kind of accelerate and pull away from the other. I think it's going to be, you know, back and forward all the time. If we do see a big win in one half for one team, then I think the second half will just be the opposite. So it's going to be a really hard one to call. But like you say, MYM probably, because of the momentum of the last few weeks and how they've done in the other tournaments, and they'll be really fired up just to prove that they are the #1 team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, with MIBR putting in those new players, if you can call them that, I mean, how do you think that's going to go for their momentum?
Well, I guess it kind of brings back the memories of old, you know, the fact that they used to be able to come into tournaments and just beat everyone, and that's something they've done before with this lineup, and they certainly can do it again. So I think this will be a big test for them. If they beat MYM in the group stage, I think that will help them in the tournament, in the fact that, you know, they've had a really good start. They've beaten MYM in the group stage, and that'll give them the confidence to say, you know, we can beat all these other teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this one. And when they do actually get readied up, and actually we're missing a player now, I think we're missing quite a few players, as they seem to be disappearing from the server. But if you have just joined us, this is the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in LA, and we're going to go on to MYM versus MIBR. But actually, earlier we saw Group A and Group B, and from Group A it will be Fnatic that come out first out of there, and also X3O, I believe, were coming through second. And then Group B, I'll let you tell the little surprise.
Yeah, so Gameplay TV, who are obviously the old Roccat team, came first. They beat MTW, Vio, and POV in the group stages. And then second place was not MTW, it was POV. POV beat MTW, and this is proof right here.
Yeah, this is
16-9 was the score. And MTW will be going home early, and very early, I mean, from their point of view. It's not often that MTW have finished outside of the top 3 in the last year or so.
Absolutely, but I mean, the one thing you've got to be thinking about as well is we don't normally get these kind of upsets. I mean, not this many, not that kind of magnitude, because of all the CS players have been around for so long, the teams are so structured in tactics and, you know, kind of performance, that it is a real shock to see MTW now out of the, you say top 3 normally, but now top 3 in the group almost, as they come in third, which won't qualify them. So pretty amazing stuff. And their manager was almost flying high, you know, when he actually picked up the 2 awards with his team, you know, for best team of the year and also best player, which went to Sunday. So, you know, he really kind of felt like, you know, he's motivated his team well and he's done all that. So now he's got an even harder task, and the team have as well, to pull themselves, you know, out of this, I wouldn't call it a rut just yet, but out of this situation. But, you know, bigger or maybe better teams have gone through it before. So I'm sure that MTW will come back and just, you know, or again play their normal game. Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, they've had some busy times. I'm not sure what practice they've done for this one, but you know, it's easy for a team to, you know, fall behind the pace, if you like, after one bad result like this. And you know, Counter-Strike, it can happen. It's the same as football, right? You know, like Real Madrid occasionally would lose Sheffield Wednesday.
I don't follow football. It's a ladies' game.
Oh, okay.
Badminton, where is that?
Badminton, yeah.
Water polo is pretty good too.
So MYM just warming up, and Taz hearts Nina, apparently. I swear he's always hearting a different girl every event.
Who? Taz? You sure that's a girl?
So MIBR finally tagging up.
No.
We still have Eric Wu, who's I assume one of the MIBR players. BTT, Bit1, FNX, Kogu, and of course Knack.
Yeah, we did have those fantastic player sheets. You probably never forget those, so you will remember these team names forever onwards. Yeah, so you can... we got a massive audience that you can't see, and they keep laughing, which is very off-putting. Stop laughing, audience. Audience, stop laughing and go get me some water, Joe some water, and I've got a cold, so I'd quite like a tissue, please. Any one of you. Yeah, so we are looking to be train on this map. I mean, if that's going to be the case, how do you see that kind of playing out?
So I hear.
Hey, it's the audience. Oh, wait. Oh, that was quick.
So, yeah, so train, I mean, as we know, there are...
Our producer almost got on camera then. You've never seen someone run so fast. Jesus Christ. You know, you'd think he'd be used to be on camera making all those, you know, home videos.
Oh. So, yeah, apparently MIBR just asking what's the hold up, and MYM not replying. So, obviously there are a couple of issues in the game that they're just getting sorted out, and hopefully we'll be going. But yeah, train, which we completely went away from.
Educate me. Education.
Yeah, so we're going to see a bit of knifing, CT side.
Bit of pistoling.
CT
and
side.
then a bit of gunning. And then a half-time maybe. And then some more pistoling and some more gunning, and maybe a finish. Pretty much to round it up. And, you know, if that's good enough for you, you probably don't need to watch the match now, because pretty much just commentated it right there.
I'm not looking forward to 5 AM when you are tired.
Yeah, if you think my casting was bad earlier, wait until 5 AM. It gets better, because it couldn't get worse.
So we are going to be here till 5. I think the last game starts at, like, let's see, 7:30 PM in LA, which is 10 hours behind here.
I can't even comprehend that as a human. Oh, here we go. This is good. But, I mean, we think we're tired and we've got a hard job. We've actually been sat down. But check this guy out. He's been stood up for ages. Wellard. He's also Joe's bodyguard as well for all his adoring fans. Isn't he, Joe?
Yeah. They're queuing up outside, just over there.
Yeah, we'll let his mum in soon, don't worry. So, actually, it's a bit cold out there. So waiting for MYM and MIBR to get ready. Which is the team that's not ready? It looks like it's, is it MYM?
I don't think either team are ready at the moment. Like Neo is waiting, Taz is waiting in the server. We've got Bit, BTT, FNX, and then some people who are playing under other names who don't seem to be around.
Well, there we go. And also, yeah, not actually named up properly at the moment. But I mean, this is going to be, you know, as we say, the match. You know, this is, you know, even though we're building it up in a very 2 AM fashion, it is going to be the match to play. But it's like, I mean, do you see any of them being, I mean, when I always think of teams that aren't either European or, you know, like Asian teams, I always find them more unpredictable as which makes them, you know, more dangerous on T side. You know, I always find. So I think MIBR maybe, you know, being slightly, you know, does that count to you? Because I always think that each nation has its own kind of not play style but attitude, and and it also kind of counts with the upbringing of the nation. I mean, you can see like. Dare I say it, Germans are very, you know, methodical and kind of structured. In English, you know, one of them's normally drunk. Swedish are kind of like, they seem to make really good gamers because of their kind of, like, they kind of take what Germany's got as structure, but then add like a more flair, if you know what I mean. Like, you can call it that. And then, you know, Asians are doing something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Asian CS and the South American CS, Russian teams.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm kind of like, I can never kind of pick out mentally.
The run and gun type teams.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot more based around, you know, aim and raw skill and unpredictability than just pure tactics.
Yeah, and I think that's a kind of a true statement, and I think that's quite interesting, you know, as far as how nations play differently, you know, which is why. And also you've got to think of the training grounds of these teams. You've got to think MIBR probably don't have a great training ground, being from South America, with like, you know, lack of maybe teams to train against, but also internet connections. And then you look at Sweden, and then you think, well, they've got the best internet connections, and you know, like, you know, basically Sweden play on a giant LAN called the internet, where they all play each other, and you know, they play fantastically well because of it. It's almost like being a swimmer with an Olympic swimming pool in your back garden to train in, you know, and, you know, MIBR are swimming around in swamps, basically. Could be the case.
Could be. But MIBR, I mean, all credit to them, they do seem to boot camp a lot more than other teams, and it's the same, you know. I mean, if you've not got great internet, then you all tend to boot camp more. And if you're a team like MIBR that has huge potential to be winning, and then it's an investment, you know, from their management even to make sure that they've got the right training and things like that. So
absolutely, and if you're going to have one, you know, team represented, you know, from the areas, you know, MIBR, and I'm sure they get a lot of almost local support, you could call it. And I think that's important with franchises, not to kind of go off topic about the game, but when you build a franchise, if you have like a kind of a geographical, you know, situation, there's a lot of more local support, or sponsors can say, well, if we sponsor this team, then we're covering all this area. That's my tip as a general manager, which also Joe was for other general managers, local teams. For local people.
So still we wait for these guys to sort themselves out. They're I'm not sure exactly what's going on. A lot of them haven't renamed and don't seem to be actually at their machines.
Yeah, so hopefully about 3 minutes apparently should be the start. So we'll be counting that in our heads, and we'll be able to get away with this soon, as it seems like everyone is actually on the server. A couple of them aren't named up. A couple of them just span keyboards with names of AF, S, DA. But I mean, who's going to make kind of an appearance? You know, who's on? I mean, who do you think player-wise should be making an appearance here on this map train?
Well, you know, the people to watch in these two teams are always going to be named as Neo and Kogu.
Okay, so Neo versus Kogu with 8 other guys.
Yeah, Neo. I mean, they're kind of the big. They're the forest of the team, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be interesting to watch. Also, people like Nax. And also Taz, so you can't take anything away from any of these players, but same as any team, you always have the crazy top fragger, the AWPer, and the guys that are just stable and not particularly fun to watch, but they're always going to get the frags.
Yeah, but you need those people in the team. You can't have everyone charging in like you know, like Forrest, for example, you know, because otherwise the team dynamics just won't work, and you can't have everyone, you know, hanging back and playing, you know, snipey like Sunder, because, you know, it just won't work. You need these people to walk into rooms and even open up situations, even if they do more considered like the kind of the cannon fodder, if you will, of the team. But I mean, you need them. So of course, you know, once you start playing with a team and everyone becomes more aware of the maybe more skilled players, that's when you start respecting that and you enjoy being cannon fodder, because it gets you wins.
Yeah,
but I also think like if you are in that situation in the team, you should
practice the team. Right?
Yeah, me and Joe are used to doing that on nights out. But for example, if you are in like a team and you are, don't even look at me because I know you're looking at me, and I'm not going to continue talking about that subject. But if you are in that situation in a team and you are the one kind of, you know, it's good to practice and, you know, practice the other positions that you don't play to see if you can go into them. What are you smiling at, man?
I wasn't smiling at anything. It's right though. I mean, if you don't necessarily play all those positions, then you should still probably practice them. Yeah. It could add a lot to yours. You'll understand more what your teammates
so much to the game. Yeah. I mean, I play Quake 4 Team Deathmatch, and it's so comparable to CS as in styles of players, and the fact that there should be a lot of different kind of, you know, you can't have the same, even if one player is amazing, you can't have the same, you can't just, you know, copy the same player 5 times, put him in a team to be successful. Yeah. You need a variant of different skills, attributes, and everything else. So, I mean, you know, but I always kind of, even though I was you could call me the sniper of a team, I would always kind of hold back and play that. But when you know, it was important for me as a player within a team to learn how to attack, also learn how to open up rooms, learn how to play sneaky. So I had the whole kind of package. But, you know, obviously you fit in, you feel more comfortable in a team in one role. But anyway, that was my advice. Don't take it if you don't want to. Don't mind. But you can if you like.
Yeah, so we seem to be getting there now. MYM are almost all together.
Who's winning pre-war?
This is actually on MYM's side at the moment, and there's a guy called Hardstyle, which I only can assume is one of them. So we're just waiting for these guys to sort themselves out, and then as soon as they do, which we were told 2 minutes ago.
MYM are probably winning pre-war actually at the moment because they've seemed to recruited Nak. Yeah. So that's pretty big.
So Nak is going to move over to there. So what are you expecting to see from, dare we talk about World of Warcraft?
I don't know, mate.
I don't think...
If you listen to how much rubbish I just made up about, like, gaming, and if you ask me about World of Warcraft, like, it could be a later 5 a.m., But no, but I mean, you know, if you were tuning in to expect to see World of Warcraft and you have stayed for the Counter-Strike, thank you, because we've had some fantastic games. But the World of Warcraft and more Counter-Strike will be coming tomorrow. And also we've got the kind of same franchise names of like SK, Team EG playing in the World of Warcraft. So we've kind of established more top teams in WoW as well. So every tournament becomes more interesting to follow. And hopefully with advances within the game, within the UI, and also, you know, just with the less RNG, if you can call it that, when you shouldn't get a headshot and you do if you're a CS player, basically. The game will continue to grow, and I think, you know, it's we see the numbers, and the game actually is progressing, and the tactics are progressing, and everything is moving forward nicely.
Great, so that's enough about World of Warcraft. Let's get back to Counter-Strike. So, MYM now have their full roster. Just taken away.
I have really good weapons on my warrior. I just want to say that right now. Sorry, you were talking. Continue.
It's good. It's good. So you've completely. I've gone now.
I love doing that.
I'm lost.
I need Joe's brain.
We do actually have 10 people on the server.
You're out of brains. You weren't expecting such a rush on brains. They're out. His headphone back. Someone's put hearts on this phone, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of phone that is. You know, it's like, you're in Germany, there's a phone with hearts on it. Who you think you're going to get through if you pick it up and dial a number? You don't even, it's all on speed dial, number 1. Hello, Candy. No, not right. Can't say that.
So we don't have...
If you know German local knowledge, you'll find that hilarious. If you don't, you won't. Oh, goodbye, audience. All right, so we think we've got about 5 minutes until they start. We're not sure what the problems are, but it's actually all of MYM are in there. MIBR only with 3, so obviously just hugely important factor that Joe has been talking about a lot. It seems to be all the rage lately, which is what you call pre-war. Just explain a little bit like that, Joe.
So we're just waiting for the last member of MIBR, and then we'll be back into it.
It's
we're
pretty
not talking about pre-war. You will notice that as we get later or earlier into the morning, the jokes will get progressively worse. And
we're here all weekend, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, we're here for a while because actually me and Joe are new faces to ESL TV. You might have seen us before. I've been employed by ESL and occasions, you know, sometimes maybe even you. And we've made the transition over to Germany, so we're going to be bringing you like a lot of coverage, including the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenges, also Continental and everything else, which is what we're doing now, but also the EPS UK. And I'm sure a lot more things that we enjoy doing for you guys. So we're trying to give you as much coverage in English as possible. And later on, we will be doing German. And
and maybe Spanish if we have time to learn it in time.
Yes, Spanish. The senoritas have requested it, so we'll be working on that.
Yeah, so both teams are not. They both did have 5 MIBRs. Last one just disconnected again. So still we wait, as we said earlier. We've got about 5 minutes more to go before we go ahead in this one. Yeah.
No? A taxi?
Brain. So, yeah, or a taxi. It'd be good as well. So we could talk about who plays who in the playoffs, but we don't really know the rules that well.
I know you're tired now. You can't be saying stuff like that. You know everything. You're Mr. Knowledgeable.
I am. I remember it all if I've seen it or heard it. This is the problem. I don't remember.
You don't remember it if you haven't seen it or heard it, which means that you could never properly have known it, so there's no chance of remembering it.
Of course.
So that was the point, or I'm just over Okay.
Yeah. So...
All right, so the score then with MIBR versus MYM is currently 0-0. It's been like that for a while now. But actually, we have the 4th member of MIBR actually joining the server, and actually he's joined the team, and actually the 5th is joining as well. So soon, the game, the long-awaited game, is actually, there we go, Joe, 5 players from each, as Joe hits the website just at the wrong time. As it looks like they will be not starting yet. I'll tell you when they restart. But Joe's looking to check out the not so much the groups, but who the there should be a playoff. If you go up, there should be something that says playoff. Yeah, you click that. It should hopefully tell you. Doesn't tell you, does it?
No.
No. All right, but we can only assume. I would assume either A versus D. So we'll see. So anyway, then all 5 members from each team of MIBR and MYM are on the server. It does look like we're going into train, and looks like they are getting some restarts on the way. Could only imagine it's either warm-up or soon to be going into this match, and it's going to be an absolute cracker and probably the best game of today, as kind of we had a watch of gameplay versus MTW, and just gameplay kind of took them to school, so to speak, or gave them a lesson in gameplay.
Ho, ho, ho. So, MYM
I'll get myself a taxi.
Yeah, you should get yourself one too. Both teams got 5 players now, so we're just waiting for...
I didn't even know what time it is, actually.
I
seem to be like in a void.
Lost
yeah,
the
it's
appreciation of time. So, MIBR are now back down to 4. So, MYM, we can talk a little bit about the team, give you a rundown of the roster.
But the interesting thing about MYM is that haven't they been playing with the same lineup like since they were 10?
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I heard.
They've had the same lineup for a long, long time. And, you know, that's actually really good. It's good to have a stable roster that's good, and that are obviously all really good friends, and they enjoy playing with each other and staying with each other and when they're boot camping and stuff like that. So that's important for the whole team. So to not change your lineup like some teams do seemingly every other day is a good thing.
So I'm just getting some updates from LA Live. We'll be seeing that they should be starting shortly. So yeah, hopefully they will be, as we wait then for the last MIBR player. But I mean, I'm just talking a little bit about Train, obviously more CT-sided, but we've seen some fantastic attacking strategies. We've seen, obviously there's a lot of game analysis in Counter-Strike especially. You never normally get if someone plays a tournament and play a really good offensive T-sided Train, often we see kind of breakdown articles on various websites of how this team attacks, even with videos of angles of grenades and all this stuff. But I mean, it's so practice, and part of people watching this, you know, games, and you know, if they're a player or even just a spectator to enjoy it. I mean, if you're a player, is learning these little tricks, because there's so much to each individual player that they have to do precisely, sometimes individually or with teammates, you know, with grenades, with openers, with timings. It's so impressive. And I think that sometimes, you know, even, you know, we miss a lot of it, unfortunately, not being able to cover it all. But I mean, it's pretty special.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, talking about to Train itself, both of these teams, more than capable Train teams. MYM probably be favouring it just a little bit more. But I'll give you a bit of a rundown now of the teams, if you weren't watching the play sheets earlier. So for MIBR, we have BTT, Bit1, Kogu, FNX, and Knack. And for MYM, we have Neo, Kuban, Lord, Taz, and Luck, who is actually tagged as Jesus.
Isn't that a bit egotistical?
Yeah, possibly. So again, we're just waiting for the knife round to go ahead. So we are going to go with the knives. And Jay, I know you really like the knife round.
Not going to lie to you.
We're not going to be knifing yet.
We're not knifing yet.
No, well, MIBR don't want to knife by the looks of it.
Oh, really? Okay, so maybe it's a tactic. They wait, and then all of a sudden, boom.
No,
not a tactic. Yeah. Okay. So I would do. You could. Yeah. So okay, here we go. So soon it's going to be knife and go. MIBR saying knife and go. Hopefully, yeah. So MIBR were the ones that didn't move last round, so they're going to be ready to get a knife round on. So here we go then. MIBR versus MYM, and hopefully this is the knife round as we enter the map Train, and we follow MIBR out of the gates. We can see Fanks there, and actually it's cheated. There's cheating going on right now. Everyone's disqualified, and we restart the match for a knife round.
Yeah, so we are going to have the knife round now. You got all excited then as well.
I was like, damn these dirty players. I mean, like, someone's going to notice this. They're going to get caught for duck jumping. All right, then. So knife round. Once again, following out MIBR as they meet center. One of them on the electrical box jumping across. 4 on the ground. The organized Polish team working together hard there. Looking for defense, and actually here we go, open up then, Knack then, and there goes 2 for MIBR, and actually that's the third one, and it's a 3-on-2 situation. Actually now it's going to be surely a 2-on-1 as Lord picks up, oh, well, he picks up 2, but actually got jump killed by BTT there, and that's going to give MIBR the knife round, so they're going to be able to pick where they want to go, and it looks like they're picking counter-terrorists, and we will be heading off into this match, which probably will be the best one of today here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in LA. And it's going to be tough.
It is indeed. So MIBR starting things off nicely there with the knife round win, and they're now going to look to open the game off perfectly. Taking on this pistol round, as FNX is going to shut down Lord straight away here at the start. The main push from MYM is going to be down onto that inner bomb site. Let's try and get around as Kogu is going to shut down Taz from quite a distance there as well. Neo just peeking around again. Kogu going to shut down Neo. Kuban's still inside that side, but it looks like MIBR are all over them at the minute. FNX and BTT going to finish things off, and that's going to be pistol round MIBR on CT side, yeah. And yeah, they're gonna win at least the next round, and then likely the third unless MYM go for the early buy. Yeah,
but I mean, MIBR did that really well. As soon as FNX got the kill in the outer bomb site, they knew that they were going to be rushing B, rotated pretty much everybody, set up a really nice kind of counter attack, and then just cleared up MYM. So 1-0 then to MIBR.
Grenades coming out then from MYM, but FNX is going to be ready here. BTT as well. Both players with the FAMAS, and Kogu is going to shut down 2 there. Neo and Luck both coming and going to go down to him. Let's see if MYM are going to buy.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, no money for them right now, so they're just going to keep it on the save and just go for the normal 4th round buy. Let's see exactly where they're going to push. Bomb going up into Whitehalls. As Lord is going to get thrown the bomb.
Offensive kind of defense on MIBR on the outer there.
Yeah.
So this could be dangerous if MYM make a decent push into the inner bomb site, especially since the 2 MIBR, BTT and Kogu are backing off.
Yeah, Flash is going down into the middle there as Lord actually going to get the bomb plant in here, I think, and MIBR going to slowly rotate around. Kogu's grenade landing perfectly there onto Lord. Let's stay with Neo, who has Deagle in hand, missing his jump there as well. Going to spot one up on the train. Not going to shoot just yet as he clips himself onto the ladder. Bit going to close him down, and now just 1 remains. Bit shuts down Taz. Diffuser's going to come in here as well. And MIBR are going to go 3-0 in the lead as he just holds off on the defuse for a couple of seconds there. Well, the bomb is going to be defused, and that's going to make it 3-0.
Woohoo! But, I mean, MIBR kind of guessed wrong. They thought they were going to go Ivy. But, I mean, MYM went to, you say, through Whitehalls into the inner, did it well, forcing Kogu and BTT to back off and kind of use their advantage weapons long range, but it wasn't enough for MYM, and MIBR collected the 3rd round. But now, MYM have guns.
MYM do have guns, and this is going to be an important round for them. As you can see, the pace is slowed right down. So no, they need to wait for those early picks. Neo down to 72 already. He's been naded on the inner site. Flashes.
MYM have a good...
It's going to go in. They're going to just be faking this inner site here. Or so they want MIBR to believe there. They threw all the nades in, started running away, and now come back. Look, going to pick off Bit there. And now MYM are opening up onto this inner site. Nat picks up Lord, and it's now 4-on-4 again. Look, he's going to grab a frag. Let's take a look at Luck.
Luck is doing really well. Picked up 2 then, and actually he's going to be rotating now into B. Knack was on tower, if I can call it that. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 in favor of MYM.
Yeah, Neo picking off FNX there, and it's going to be up to BTT and Knack shuts down. Taz is going to take down BTT. That's going to be round, and you could say mission complete for MYM. That's exactly what they needed from that round.
You know, if you're going to lose pistol and you're going to come back, you know, kind of standard tactics, this is going to be the 4th round, and it was Luke who was actually really causing problems with, you know, sniping in the middle, and he managed to get past Knack from MIBR, who was in a position to kill him without, you know, without even being seen. So not so much a good play by Knack, maybe.
Taz going to go around the corner there into that upper area. Kogu there, ready and waiting. Lord going to go back for the bomb. Now Neo is going to make his way around to that upper ledge on the inner site. No one there at the moment. Things slow down again here for MYM as Neo just taking a peek. He spotted someone there down at the end of that ramp.
This could be dangerous. The whole defense.
Take down Lord. Kuban coming in as well. Oh, and in comes Look, and this is good stuff from MYM. Neo spots BTT. It's all up to bit, and he is dispatched. And that's exactly what you need when you make a push.
That was one of the better pushes ever. I mean, because that was a 5-on-5 situation there, and you know, MIBR were in position to defend versus MYM, but I mean, the nades must have been perfect. You know, they just seemed to roll in and kind of clear out almost.
Yeah. So now MYM going to go for what looks to be a similar thing again. As they run themselves down towards that lower bomb site. Again, Neo is going to smoke down over to the other side. More smoke going in there. Hey Cheese as well. Double nade this time. And oh, actually, Neo not spotting one there. He's just moved around the train. That was BTT. Taz came in and did the job. Now he moves away. Kogu finally gets himself into the game and picks off Look, and this could be one of the big things of this game. We'll stick with Kogu because he's on that inner bomb site. Yeah,
but actually the bomb is heading towards the outer bomb site on Lord, so it's kind of been a bit of a trick at the moment, but MIBR are rotating to defend this.
Yeah, Bit and Knack and FNX are all in the outer train yard. Kogu watching the inner. He spotted someone there up on the ramp, and he is going to dispatch him. FNX as well. Great stuff from the Brazilians here. And we've got 1 minute left in the round for Kuban to pull something special out. Takes down Bits. Now a 3-on-1. Knack going to come in from behind. And that's going to bring us back to 4-2.
Yeah, but if you're going to win a round because you're tactically in a better position or, you know, predict your opponents, MIBR deserve that round 100 times over. They completely had MYM picked the whole way through. Brilliant rotation to defend that outer bomb site, you know, against the bomb. You know, perfect play.
Kogu again, we're going to stick with him and see exactly what he's going to do. Oh, he's going to be sniped there by Neo. Knack going to shut down Kuban as well as Look goes diving down off the ladder, which is a bit careless, and he actually lost a lot of health there. Lord picks up 2 and 3. Finally, he's going to be shut down with the grenade, and now only BTT remains for MIBR. He's coming from ladder room.
And actually, Neo and Jesus don't actually know where he is. Here we go. Actually, Jesus does spot him coming and manages to clear up the round. But I mean, Lord entering a kind of the outer bomb site from Ivory there, picking up 3 kills. And when you've got a player that does that in 1 round, you expect to take the win. But really good play by Lord.
Yeah, Neo just proving why the MYM double up tactic is quite useful. A lot of firepower on that outer area. And now he's going to take a peek down towards the end of that inner bomb site. Grenades going down there as well.
This is interesting because MYM are all kind of stacked to attack inner, and actually MIBR are stacked to defend it right now.
We'll see if they're able or willing to go in there. MIBR obviously on the save have put all their eggs in one basket, and that's probably going to pay off for them here as MYM do start to move in there. Taz has pushed his way all the way towards the... oh, he spotted them there as well. Going to spray through the wall. Going to grab both of them as well. BTT and FNX both go down. And he spots the other 2 on the inside. Taz grabs another 2. And Look picks off Kogu and Knack. And that's a great individual play there from Taz and Look.
Yeah, I mean, when Taz gets through like the high end of inner there, I mean, it's so hard to defend, especially on a save versus an opponent coming in high. Once you lose one entrance to the a power kind of house team having weapons, you've pretty much lost the room. So still, Taz opening that one, brilliant play.
Grenades going to be going down Ivy this time, and they're probably going to be up on the offensive. MIBR Neo is going to grab one. As Kuban getting clipped through the wall there, I think. I don't think he realised where it was coming from. MIBR defending on the inside as well. Kogu with the FAMAS down at the back of the bomb train. Look's going to be going in there to warp down into CT spawn, I'd imagine. Taz falls to Knack, and now MIBR have the 1-man advantage. Kuban going to bring it back equal once again here, and Lord still spraying around. Look, he's going to pick off Kogu, and that's a big thing for
3-on-2
for Look to be taking down Kogu. We're going to keep going now. It is a 3-on-2.
And it's Knack versus Free at the moment as he's kind of dancing around the room versus Cuban, Lord, and Jesus. BTT trying to make his way up to kind of assist, but he's going to be late, so Lord's going to pick up the kill on Knack. So it's one man standing for MIBR versus the Free of MYM.
Can BTT become a bit of a hero? He's on the bomb train now on the outer site. Doesn't know where they are. He has a bit of fire and he's just going to hang back. See exactly what's going on. Shuts down Cuban, spots the second one there. He tries to take down through the bomb train, but Lord just going to shift and move to the left and take the round. It's now 5-4. MYM are leading, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, Knack did a good enough job to kind of keep him at bay. BTT came in to help, and he was actually unfortunate because he had the team kind of pegged as in positions, got the first kill, turned, probably should have picked up the second one on any other given day. Unfortunate so, but still a nice round then.
Yeah, let's see exactly what MIBR is going to do on this defense here. They are on the save as BTT picks off Taz. Lord going to come back with one. Neo there as well. They do have the double AWP in play again as Neo misses one shot. Going to pick up the second though, and BTT is going to go down. It's now all up to Kogu. Has a pistol, and he's going to be picked off by Luck. He had 2 AWPs on him there.
Yeah, I mean...
that was never going to happen for him.
Yeah, I mean, but still, MIBR are predicting MYM correctly on these save rounds. I mean, that one went slightly better, but as soon as they hit that, one shot, putting him down to the last 2-man, Kogu was on top of the trains. Neville's going to have a chance versus the 2 snipers of MYM. 6-4 then in favor of MYM.
So MYM this time going to be pushing heavy on that inner side. Smoke's going to be coming out here as well. Nade's going onto the inner side there. Look, going to pick off BTT, and they're now thinking, well, let's go for the outer side. We've got the first pick out there. That means there should be 1 less person, but they've actually got 3 in there as well at the moment. Do MIBR. Kogu actually in CT spawn. FNX is pushing up towards the sniper deck, and Knack also on Pop Dog. So they're going to now possibly walk into a bit of a brick wall if MIBR keep it like this, although Kogu seems to be a little uncertain, kind of partly rotating around. Bit possibly going to meet Neo here as well on the upper corridor. Neo just round that corner from him there. And I think they both know it. I think actually Neo's dropped down through ladder room now instead, so he's going to be pushing around there. Kogu, let's stick with him because he's open on the outer bomb site.
Kogu's got Free to handle now as an attack comes in from MYM onto outer.
Yeah, there goes Bit, FNX, and this is good defense here by MIBR. Taz is still outside there, but FNX going to absolutely rip through MYM here. And finally he's dropped by Luck, but Knack is waiting as Luck goes around the corner. And that's going to bring us back to 6-5. And obviously, it's still MYM in the lead. But MIBR certainly are coming back.
Yeah, but FNX playing so cool in that situation, defending that 3-man attack perfectly, hitting every single shot that he needed to. He did have Kogu almost ready to back him up had they have gone the other direction. So still, MIBR picking kind of MYM tactically out in a better way at the moment here on defense.
Again, Kogu is going to open things up here. Lord doing fantastically there, actually taking down Bit and Kogu. So yeah,
2-on-2 then.
Good work from Lord. We are 2 versus 2. Neo and Lord up against Knack and BTT. Lord surely got some good hits off there. His grenade going down to the side. BTT is going to take down Neo. Lord possibly didn't call that well enough there, as Neo does go down, and it's now a 1-on-1. BTT up against Lord. Lord just on the 6 train. BTT on the bomb train. Lord's going to come around the back. BTT's going to go around the front and probably going to miss each other completely here. Yep.
I'm sure they will be rotating back. But actually, Lord actually heading into inner now. So BTT kind of sat down waiting for Lord to kind of make his move. There's 45 seconds to plant the bomb, and that's obviously going to be plenty of time for Lord as he is kind of coyoteing away then from BTT. And BTT actually moving towards Ivy, so that's going to extend the distance greater. And actually, he's kind of figured out now that Lord must be heading towards inner and starts rotating slowly. So this round, very, very crucial, and a lot of pressure on both players.
Yeah. Bomb is going to go down. BTT just checking everywhere. Can't see Lord right now. And
Lord's actually moved up to the top.
Go high. Yeah, Lord is up. This is good positioning here from BTT. He's actually seen exactly where Lord is. He's going to get a flash grenade right in the face, but Lord peeks around the corner, takes down BTT. Lovely work from Lord, and a fantastic round from him there. And that puts MYM further into the lead. It's 7-5.
Yeah, and they're playing a fantastic terrorist round. Obviously, the score's going pretty nicely for them, but obviously this can change. You know, everything can change. One round back to MIBR. Whether or not they've bought or not, I don't know, because my CS knowledge isn't that good. But we'll have to see how they handle the defense. But actually, it looks like they're guessing correctly as they stack up B versus MYM. Oh, sorry, B in.
Yeah, they are on the inner side now. They are saving as well, but they are going to stack up nicely. Taz going to drop one, Kuban with a second. And obviously, putting all your eggs in one basket can fail a lot of the time, and that's exactly what's happened here as Neo and Taz go to work. MIBR are defeated in a pistol round, which possibly they could have done a little bit better. And the score right now is 8-5. With just 2 rounds left, obviously, in this first half. And it's looking good for MYM, who are obviously on the slightly weaker terrorist side as they go into approaching half-time.
Yeah, and actually, they just seem to be playing a slightly better aim and brute force kind of game, but it's working out well for them, and it's what we know them for in some cases.
So here comes a push again from MYM onto that inner side. Taz just spraying away up towards the Z hallways as MYM slowly get themselves inside of this bomb site. Look, he's going to take down Kogu, and Taz just spotting the other couple of members from MIBR over the other side. Lovely headshot coming in from BTT there, and the bomb is actually with Neo at the moment, who's in the inner side, down to 10 HP, going to be closed down as he climbs up the ladder there as well. And this is going to be hard now for MIBR, sorry, for MYM. The bomb is down inside the train yard, and MIBR are basically just spread out amongst it under the trains, and Nak's going to finish things off there as Lord quite didn't know where to look. And by the time he'd done that, he was he'd already been taken out by the time he realized where he was. So it's now 8-6, final round of this half.
Yeah, I mean, MIBR needed that round. I mean, that was really, really important. But it was all about Nak for me there. He was under the train. Seems to kind of, it seemed like the Min team were confused where the opponents were, and they just didn't spot Nak whatsoever, and he picked up, I think it was 3 kills. So then 8-6 the score, and it could finish very, very close. Yep. But actually, Jesus opens up. I don't even want to say Jesus. Luke opens up.
That puts MIBR on the back foot already, and they could be going down 9-6, like you said, Jay. As MYM now start to make their way onto this inner site. There's only BTT on that inner site at the moment. The other 3 from MIBR are actually on the outer bomb site, which is bad news for them. Obviously, MYM don't know that now. They're just going to start smoking up, flashing out in that inner site, but they are going to try and sell this one off as a bit of a fake going around there. And this could backfire for MYM as they push through. Lord going through at just the right time and catches Bit. Nak up on the sniper deck. Kogu picks off Taz as well. And Flash is going to go over the top from Kuban here, trying to stop that one. Oh, lovely grenade from Nak. Drops down and bounces off the train. Luke and Kuban both going down. Lord is going to grab a frag as well. But here's the last one. We've seen some good stuff from him this game already. He's up against Kogu.
33 seconds then,
Master
2 plant.
He's going to struggle. He's not going to be able to do this one. For Mass down the back
HP.
of that outside. Yeah, 26 HP as well. It's certainly not an easy task for Lord. Just
Here we go.
Good half. He needs to kind of
make a move.
Just make a move. Yeah, it's kind of run and gun and just hope for the best here. He spotted one down towards CT Spawn. That was Kogu, who's now backed away. Kogu is waiting, and as soon as he rounds the corner, he's going to shut him down, and that's going to leave us at 8-6 for the 8-7 for the half. And that sets up a really, really good game now. Yeah, it does set up a really, really good game, but still really strong for MYM to kind of do that attack. I almost forgot who won the pistol round.
Do you remember?
You almost forgot.
I say almost forgot. I'm just going to test your knowledge. Do you remember who won the pistol round, Joe?
MIBR.
Yeah. I knew that too.
Yeah, MIBR won the pistol. And, you know, the thing is now if...
So that's very good by MYM. So they've done really well, hopefully.
Yeah.
For them, anyway. They should be happy.
Well, I mean, if MYM take this pistol round, now it's going to actually put MIBR kind of on the back foot. It's not going to give them many options, you know, because they're going to go probably 3 rounds down, which is going to put MYM up at, like, what, 11 points already?
Yeah.
So that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for them. But this game could still go either way.
But just to talk a bit about, Knack was really huge in the last couple of rounds to keep them so close with the kind of under the train moves, but also that double grenade, absolutely superb. But he's getting such good backup by his whole team. It's just a real... both teams are playing really well together at the moment. No one's particularly shining more than others. They're just playing very, very good. We like this. They're good. Yeah,
we're just waiting here then for the restart to come in. Go, 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 says look, and we are going to get the restarts in. So second half here then of MIBR versus MYM. If you're just tuning in, no, it's not the playoffs or the grand final. You'd think it could be with those two teams, but this is just the first game of the group. And if you're also just tuning in, don't forget MTW were knocked out earlier as well by POV.
And you're also just tuning in. I'm Jay and he's Joe. Let's get in game.
MIBR making their move now on this pistol round down towards their outer bomb site. In fact, it's a big push down Ivy. And the only one actually on the bomb site at the moment is going to be Luck. He's underneath the bomb. Taz going to go in there and join in. Lord and Taz going to work. Finally, BTT gets one back. The bomb is going to get planted. And the back of the train, that's not easy for
the defense. Now they're all being pushed.
I mean, the grenades are going to come over though, and they're all together, which is bad defense from MIBR really. But there's not much of a choice in that area. And in comes the defuse, and that's exactly why you can't really bunch up in that kind of area, because one grenade around that corner would have knocked them all down to half health. I mean, and basically they can just push through as a line and leave the back guy just to defuse.
I mean, they seem desperate to get that bomb down, which is obviously something that you want to do, but not in such a desperate, not so much situation. But I mean, bad communications all going down that ramp. Probably they could have gone back in the same, direction they came. So, but still, bomb down. So MIBR might be able to play soon. But anyway, Neo then opening up, as well as Lord.
Yeah. So 9-7 is the score. As a very, very quick round there. They didn't make the push down Ivy, and that's going to put them on 10-7 now, which means they only need the 6 rounds to win. Of course, we probably will play the whole 30, just due to the fact that this is the first game of the group stages. I mean, they've still got to deal with teams like Mob Gaming in this group as well, and I think it's Muggo something. Muggo,
yeah, one of my favourite teams.
Here comes Luck once again, and Neo pushing up very aggressive, and this is a superb outside defense of Train, and MYM are one of those teams that can really cause you some problems when they're defending, because they're so aggressive, and that causes MIBR to push back a little. But that's the third round, and now MIBR are going to bite, and this is possibly the round of the game. If they lose this one, then they're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. So actually see Bomb then heading towards B. Actually, Knack has got in very quickly into the outer bomb site, and he's going to have to deal with Lord and Neo.
Gogu going to pick off Neo. That's going to start things off then. There's Lord going to go down there as well. Bit just going to flash down towards the back. In comes Luck though. And finally, Luck is shut down. Not the greatest of positionings. He was spotted there from the sniper nest. Knack going to pick off Kuban as well, and it's all now up to Taz, who is going 4 against 1. Oh, lovely stuff. Drops off the train. Takes down FNX, who was planting. He's going to go back up on the train. Back down. And as he goes back up again, Knack's ready and waiting. He's going to take him down. And that's what MIBR needed. They just bought after losing the pistol and the other 2 as well. And that could signal something a little bit more interesting, maybe a comeback here.
Yeah, and it was a very confident, fast-paced attack, that one. I mean, we saw Knack got on there really early, kind of charged in, well-placed grenades, and that's the kind of attacking tactics that we see from MYM. And actually, the score is now 11-8, which is what we had.
The abacus doesn't lie.
Abacus never lies.
So MIBR once again setting up for the attack onto the inside. Flash is going to go over towards the back there, and HG's as well. Bit going to pick off Taz, and that's going to signal the attack as the flashes and smokes go down. Neo going to rotate around and give them some defensive power on the inner side. But this is well sold by MIBR. They seem to be moving back a little bit. Look actually has rotated himself back around just to make sure that they're not selling that fake. And actually,
so inner now actually looks quite weak. So if MIBR actually to move in, actually Nak's going to find Neo, but Neo finds Nak is going to be the case there. So now we're back on a 3-on-3 situation, Joe.
MIBR not quite decided what to do yet. Both teams standing literally at the opposite end of the map from each other. The only exception being Neo is pushing up aggressive inside train yard. Let's keep a look at him. Here comes the attack. What can Neo do in this position? He's going to be taken out straight away there by FNX. Kuban is going to take a peek over with that AWP. Bomb's going to be planted, and Kuban has to go 2-on-3 here.
Well, it's actually a 2-on-2 at the moment, as Bit is not in a position to help both his teammates. And this is going to maybe cost him as Jesus opens up 1-2, and now Bit to defend versus the last two. Picks out one, and Kuban moving slowly towards the bomb.
Yeah, Kuban's got an AWP, and he's not going to want to lose that, so he's going to back away over to the CT spawn. And he's going to keep that for the next round. So, yeah, that's another round for MIBR. They're only 2 away from actually leveling these one-uppers. I think he did jump off the ladder or something.
Happy suicide.
Oh, just there's
such a thing.
So, yeah, 3-2 in this second half. Obviously, MYM took the pistol, taking the consequent 2 rounds. And then also, MIBR finally, when they bought, have now won 2 in a row. And they're just 2 rounds behind the score, 11-9. What do you think MYM need to do to kind of, just seal this up? In my opinion, need to stop MIBR's forgot the word.
They need to predict MIBR more, really. They're just not predicting MIBR that well. And last time on defense, MIBR were just predicting the T side of MYM, but, MYM just seems to be hitting more shots. But since, we've got FNX just hitting almost everything at the moment, I mean, that's why they're staying in the game. So if they keep up this momentum, MIBR, this could be an upset for MYM, especially off the back of winning ESWC.
Yeah, so MYM have actually stacked 3 guys down at the end of Ivy, who are going to quickly move away. Nak's just taking a peek down there as well, but it looks like the main push from MIBR is going to be coming on the inner side as Flash is going to go over there. FNX just hopping across. Lord coming around the corner there with the Deagle. Picks off FNX, and obviously then going to quickly retreat. He's been able to call this in. So it does have Neo and Kuban there with him as well. Taz is indeed going to be able to at least try and come back in ladder room, but Nak going to drop right down on him. I'm not going to allow him to cause
I always laugh at people's misfortune.
Attack.
I should stop doing that.
This Bit now moves in with the bomb, going to plant it at the front of that bomb train on the outer side. And Kuban can't see him.
Wow.
He just jumped away, but Kuban keep trying to push his way in. Bit grabbing the kill onto Luck there as well. Kuban can see feet, but he can't grab the kill. Oh, lovely shot onto Nak. Is he going to be able to pull another one off? His teammate is there with him. And it's now a 2-on-2. Oh, and then it's all up to Kuban, who's probably going to run away as Neo goes down. As Bit actually is going to come chasing around, or is he? He just jumps over the fencing.
Actually, BTT might come. Actually, now Kuban's hiding down by the train. Yeah. Bomb will go off soon. Maybe BTT actually does find Kuban and takes away his gun. But I mean, really nice play. And actually, MYM were trying to kind of infiltrate, put a man out there to kind of early stop the attack of MIBR. And they actually did it twice. And with both players, they dropped. And once you lose a man without having anyone to back him up, you've really lost somebody. You've inflicted almost no damage or have any kind of crossfire. So very risky moves by MYM at the moment.
So 11-10 MIBR just making their way onto this outer bomb site. It's absolutely covered in MYM at the moment as Luck is going to grab the first frag of the round. Kogu grabs another 2 in a row there as Kuban and Lord both go down. Fantastic stuff from Kogu. BTT grabbing one as well. Neo going to fall to Kogu's up. And it's now a 2-on-1. Only Taz remains for MYM.
Yeah, but Taz is sitting quite okay on 100 HP, and actually where he's sitting is where the two MIBR will be moving round. So Taz even, well, the thing is, Taz is probably thinking they're moving towards inner. So he's obviously facing the wrong direction now. So we'll see what conclusions he comes to about the MIBR attack force of FNX and Kogu moving now towards outer.
We'll stick it with Taz at the moment. At the moment, Kogu and FNX are on the outer side. They are moving across, and actually Taz will probably see him, unless he does that and turns away to the other side.
He's
so
made
Taz
his decision.
He's going to go on the inner. No, he's not. He's probably heard something. He's going to come back around. Flash is going to go in. Not sure if that landed in front of him or hit him. If it hit him, they'll have heard him there. He's going to hop up onto the train. You know where he is now as the grenade comes over the top. Can Taz clip the head of one of these last two players? Spots one down by electric blocks. It is Kogu, and that actually was a fantastic round from Kogu. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kills for Kogu.
I mean, Kogu, as soon as that bomb was down, put himself in a great position, you know, at range with the AWP to actually pick that up. And actually, what the scores are, Joe? What are the scores on the doors?
It is 11-11, all tied up. So good stuff from MIBR, doing exactly as MYM did on T side. MYM actually, again, piling everything onto the inner side. BTT and FNX both come down there, and Taz, look, Kuban and now Lord are going to go down, and it's all up to Neo. He grabs one, he's coming in from behind, and he picks the up, and he's just going to run away and keep that, surely, rather than even try to go up against all four. Yeah, bombing's going to be planted. And Neo, he's going to move back around to spawn. Could come up against FNX here. Let's get around to him quickly. As he starts spraying around the corner, Neo going to peek, and FNX is going to grab the frag and not allow Neo to take that gun through into the next round. So 12-11 the score. And again, we're still very, very even.
Yeah, very even, but both teams played a really good T-side map, and MIBR have a lot more kind of presence, really. And again, they're still predicting MYM right, but as you say, when you are the team that wins ESWC or certain events, that you are maybe studied more. So I'm sure MIBR know more about MYM than MYM know about MIBR.
So again, MYM set up their defense on this outer area. Kogu going to pick up Lord. Oh, Nak and Kogu. Actually, Kogu got a team kill there and then gets shot himself for the pleasure. That's one of the things he really didn't want to happen there. Kuban again, fantastic up, and double up again on defense from MYM. Good way to protect the outer bomb site, but if you make the smallest mistake, if you miss one shot and you allow them to get close to you, then it's very hard.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, doing that fantastically well and bringing our score then back to 12 all. And I mean, just right down to the wire here at the moment, Joe. But as you say, those shots, I mean, you know, MYM playing the double, or you know, always will be looking to hit those, and normally do.
Yep, so MIBR stacking up for the inner attack this time. Bit is going to be the one just watching out inside the spawn as he now comes in to join them. The right choices in terms of numbers anyway. Taz and Kuban, the two that are defending on the inner. The other three spread around outside. Neo seems to be rotating himself back over to this inner bomb site. Smokes are going to go in, and that's going to signal Neo's push in there as well. A look going to pick off Nat, and that is good stuff. And again, Bit is going to go down there as well. There goes BTT as FNX pushes out here. Kill for kill at the moment. It's actually a 3-on-3 bomb is in the hands of FNX. Kogu opening out down towards Minnow. Spots Look, and he's going to take him straight out. And really, Look should have done better there. I mean, that was an obvious position for Kogu to be in. Kogu spots Lord on the middle as well. Kogu really is on fire here. Not going to pick on Kuban, and that's going to put MIBR back into the lead, 13-12. And things are very even now. Yeah,
very even, and almost down to the wire, I say. But Kogu playing a great round there. I mean, he's doing so well. I know Matt, our local vegetarian, looking forward to watching him play, and he's probably watching him. He's in the crowd somewhere, so we probably can't pick him out right now. But I mean, MYM, you know, still not just kind of either playing well enough or just like, well, getting, you know, kind of outmanned in situations.
MYM playing the aggressive defense again. With 3 pushed up heavy on the outside, and they just checked around, saw nothing, and they're going to go in. There goes Kogu picking off Kuban. Let's try and get around to Kogu. If we can, he's going to take a lot of damage there, but still watches out down towards those Z holes. BTT shuts down Lord, and it's now all up to Neo as the bomb does get planted. Neo's actually in on the bomb site, sneaks up to the side of Nak, but Bit comes in from above, and he's going to send Neo packing. And that brings them up to 14 points now, and MIBR looking ever closer.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't actually, or I would expect MYM off their current kind of form to actually take first place in this group. So if they do drop, I mean, and also we look at a kind of another situation, maybe Mob Gaming could make another upset and give the Americans something to cheer about.
Yeah, exactly. Neo going to shut down Kogu. Neo with a second frag onto Nak, and this is exactly what MYM need as Taz shuts down FNX as well. Oh, and Taz, brilliant stuff around the T middle there. He's going to close down Bit, and now it's all up to BTT. He's still making his way through T middle, and as soon as he comes into view, Lord is going to dispatch him. And that brings us 14-13. Of course, we can have draws.
Of course we can. I mean, it just looked as it was looking like MIBR were going to run away with the game. I mean, MYM have always kind of like had this kind of presence and this kind of comeback mentality that they always do. They're very, very cool, calm, collected players. And, well, we'll see if they can tie this game up then. There's 14-13 is the score.
Here comes MIBR push once again. Lord gonna put stop to BTT there. Nak going in aggressive. Taz has pushed up there with them as well as Kogu finally picks off Taz, and that brings us to a 3-on-3 kill for kill. Opening 30 seconds there. FNX spotting one coming around the corner. Really should have done better again. And it's left to Kogu to pick up the pieces. And we are back to now a 2 versus 2. Bomb in the hands of Kogu. And the 2 MYM players are on the inner side.
Yeah,
Look,
so
the Opa watching the top. Neo going to watch the bottom ramp. But actually, Neo is in serious danger of coming up behind Kogu here. He's going to round this corner. Kogu literally just round there. He's spotted him as well. Going to spray. And then grenade over the top. In come 2 of them. Neo's grenade going to shut down Kogu. It's now 1-on-1. Bit with 100 HP.
Versus
Luke, who's also 100 HP. Opa looking towards the upper area. And Bit doing the best thing and taking his time, because Luke thinks that he's actually gone back towards the outside. And that's going to let him get in there. He's surely going to hear the smoke pop. He is, and probably going to tee up a shot here as he sees another grenade come over the top. It was a flash this time. And he's just waiting for the plant. And Bit playing things very, very smartly here. He's only got 20 seconds, so he knows he's got to find the frag. And Luke's gone back towards the outside, which is surprising. 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, so Luke kind of positioning himself center though to actually be able to rotate. And he hears Bit, so he storms back into the inner room right now.
Oh, that was literally on 0 there that he got that bomb down. Good stuff from Bit. He knows that Luke is around there. Luke misses the shot, switches out to the USP. Bit losing a little bit of health there, but he's allowed him to get away. That'll allow him to tee up with the AWP once again, but Bit going to shut him down. And that puts MIBR up to 15 points. 15-13 it is now. And it's looking good for MIBR to take the victory and put themselves top of the pile.
Yeah, top of the pile, but not only of this, well, it is this group, but it seems to be the hardest group, and they're in pole position, but a really nice bomb plant on the 0 seconds, did you say it was? Yeah. Well, if you're going to put a bomb down, that's probably a good time.
So again, MIBR are going to be looking to seal the deal, put themselves on 16, and then, of course, 3 more rounds after this one. If they fail to do it now, they've still got plenty of chance to do that. Don't ever count MYM out of the game. FNX going to push onto the inside. Flash is going over the top again. Looks fairly clear for MIBR to start their push up there. Taz watching ladder room. Lord watching the outside, and Neo is going to bring himself back around to middle as he sprays away through the walls.
But actually, since MIBR are playing slow, it's actually going to give Luke a chance to come around the back. Actually, just as I say that, it's FNX that walks in, picks up 2, and that's going to open this inner bomb site. And surely, Joe, this is going to help him secure the win, if anything.
Yeah, there are 3 members remaining here of MYM. One of them is Tap, who shuts down one. Oh, and Kogu finishes off MYM in absolutely amazing style there. 3-man Galil rushes round the corner. MYMC GG, and MIBR are going to go top of the group, at least for now. But that's going to knock MYM's confidence. 16-13 the score. But of course, we play the final 3 rounds here as well, and fantastic stuff from Kogu.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I mean, he's a player that we enjoy watching. You guys in home enjoy watching, but we are going to go into the last round, so they can claim 17. Nak picks up 1. Taz replies, 4-on-4 then. He picks up another one with the Deagle. And, well, good games are called. And Kogu is cleaning up at the moment. 4-on-3. Yeah, there's another one for Kogu, and BTT picks up Luke to finish. 17-13 then the score in the first game of Group D, and actually a fantastic one. And, well, you know, MIBR couldn't have wanted more apart from, obviously, scores, but when you look at your group and you think, well, if we beat, you kind of have that mentality, if we beat MYM, we've qualified. And that's what everyone's going to, you know, who goes into group stages will be looking at.
Yeah, of course, that group is potentially a bit tricky. I mean, Mob are going to be that team in there that you know you should beat, but actually you don't know if you're actually going to beat them because they are a bit
You just
tricky.
don't like assuming
American
that
team. Yeah, I mean, who would have said Paragon and Virtues would have knocked MTW out? You would have laughed at me if I'd have said that earlier.
I wouldn't have even understood you if you said that earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is now that MYM have got to beat Mob, and we're in that similar situation again where we go, if MYM lose this, they're out. And last time,
yeah, but when MYM play that close to MIBR, I automatically assume they will. I mean, when MTW didn't play that close to gameplay or Roccat, you know, you kind of think, well, this could get a little bit tricky. But you know, I think that Mob probably have a bit more presence than POV. So maybe, you know, even though they did play close to MIBR, there could be still another upset. Okay, so speaking of MTW, we actually managed to get an interview from LA, get it quickly shipped by carrier pigeon back here to Cologne. It's with MTW Sunder.